I'm fine. Okay, so in the last class, maybe our last topic was some string operations, right? That is how many operations or which functions we can use for performing some specific functions on string. So today we'll discuss about some pattern matching algorithms. So our today's topic is pattern matching. Okay, so what is pattern matching? Suppose a string is given and is equals to A, B, C, D, E, F. A string is given and another pattern is given, that is B, C, D. So pattern matching is when a pattern and string is given, you have to find out whether the given pattern is a part of the string, whether the given pattern appears in the string or not. That is called pattern matching. Is that clear? When a pattern is given, you just have to check whether all the characters of the pattern, that is BCD, these three characters belong to that string or not. So the string
Yes,
is
ma'am.
A, B, C, D, E, F, and the pattern is B, C, D. So is there any possibility to get B, C, D in the given pattern is?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Yes, right? So when the result is, when we can find out the given pattern in the string at that time, these algorithm or it will provide us some results. So what type of result we can get from this type of
0 or 1
0 or 1
boolean.
boolean? So I said that pattern matching is you just have to check whether the given pattern is a part of the string or not, right? And another thing is you have to check in which position you can find the first character of the pattern. This is the string and the length of string is 6, right? And the length of pattern is 3. Always the pattern should be always the length of pattern should be less than the length of string, right? So the first character or in position 1 the character is A, in position 2 it's B. That means this is the position where we can find the given pattern. So after searching it, after getting the result, now after getting a matched result, it will provide us the index value, that is in which position we got our pattern. Is that clear? What is the purpose of having this pattern matching algorithm? Why we need some pattern matching algorithms? Because this algorithm will search the location or the position of the first character of the pattern. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So in data
Yes.
structure, we can use two pattern matching algorithm. One is called first pattern matching algorithm or slow pattern matching algorithm. And number two, second pattern matching algorithm or fast pattern matching algorithm. Okay, so at first we'll discuss the first one, that is first and or slow pattern matching algorithm. Okay, so in pattern matching algorithms, how many things we need to have? The text, right? We need to
Three
have the
things.
text and another is the pattern. Okay, so when a text and pattern is given, now we will apply the first pattern matching algorithm. Okay, and here T, that is text equals to A, B, A, sorry, that is our text A, B, A, B, A, B, A, and the pattern is given P equals to A, B, A. Okay, now this first pattern matching algorithm will check whether the given pattern AABA appears in the text or not. Okay, so first of all, we need to know what is the length of text, and here the length of text can be denoted by S. Okay, so S equals to 8, and the length of P will be denoted as R. So R equals to, what is the length of pattern? 4.
4.
Okay, so S equals to 8 and R equals to 4. So how this algorithm is going to check all the characters of pattern with this 8 length text? How it will check these 4 characters with the given string T? So this first pattern matching algorithm, it will check all the possible substrings of T with the given pattern. That means at first T will be the string will be divided into some substrings. Then it will compare all the characters of the pattern with all the characters of the substrings. Is that clear? From this
Yes,
string
ma'am.
equals to A, B, A, B, A, A, B, A. Now we have to create some substrings, and we know how to create the substrings, right? What is the function or how many parameters we need? We need three parameters. One is the text, and then position, the length of the substring. In substring function, how many parameters we need? Three
Three
parameters.
parameter.
String, and then position,
Position,
then length.
length.
Okay. So now in first pattern matching algorithm, the length depends on this pattern. The length depends on pattern. That means here L equals to 4. All the time we will create some substrings of length 4 because pattern equals to 4. Okay. And the length of text is 8. So how many substrings we will get from this text?
8.
8. How? This is our text A, B, A, B, A, B, A. Okay, there are 8 characters and the position of A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, now this first pattern matching algorithm will test all the characters of pattern with all the characters of substrings. That means we need to create some substrings, but how many substrings will we create?
Is it 2 to the power 8?
2 to the power 8. What is the length of pattern? 4, right?
4.
And the length of string is S. So we can create maximum
2.
S minus R plus 1 number of substrings. S minus R plus 1. So why the equation is S minus R plus 1? So this is the string, right? So if we start from the first position, if we start from A, then we have to take how many characters in one substring? 4 characters. So we can take first 4 characters, that is A, B, A, B. That means our first substring, we will denote the substring by using WK, where K is the number of, or K is the position, K is the index. So when K equals to 1, our first substrings will be W1, and we will take how many characters? 4 characters from which position? From position 1.
1.
So
1.
our first substrings will be A, B, A, B. Okay. And now when K equals to 2, that means that is our second substring. So we will take the characters from which position? From the position
Second.
B.
Second. B position.
B is the second character in the string. So we'll take the characters from B. So our next string will be B, A, B, A. That is the content of second substring. Now when K equals to 3, W3, and we'll start from which position? Position 3.
Third position.
So it will be A, that is our third substring. When K equals to 4, that is W4 equals to, start from fourth position, B, A, B, right? And when K equals to 5, so what will be the maximum value of
5.
A? The maximum value of K is S minus R plus 1. S minus R plus 1. So here S equals to 8, and 8 minus 4, that is 4, plus 1 is 5. So that is our last substring W5, and the value will be AABA. So why you can't take 6th substring? Because these are 6, this is the 6th position, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
If
ma'am.
we start from this position, we will not get 4 characters, right?
Yes, ma'am.
If we that means the maximum value of K will be S minus R plus 1. S minus R plus 1.
1.
Okay. So that means the first step of first pattern matching algorithm is set K equals to 1 and maximum equals to S minus R plus 1. Or look at this. This is our first pattern matching algorithm. Okay. So step number 1, we usually initialize the variables that we are going to use in the algorithm in which step? In the first step. Okay. So set K equals to 1 and max equals to S minus R plus 1. We already did it, right? We already created our all substrings, right? K equals to 1, and what is the maximum value of K? S minus R plus 1, that is 8 minus 4 plus 1 equals to 5.
Five.
So we have total how many substrings? 5 substrings.
5
Now
substrings.
step number 2, repeat step 3 to 5 while K less than or equals to maximum. So we'll repeat step number 3 to 5 for which condition? K less than equals to maximum. So we'll start from K equals to 1, and the last value of K will be how many
4.
times we will repeat these loops, I mean steps from 3 to 5?
Ma'am, 4.
Why
5. 5.
5
4?
times.
5 times.
5 times, right?
W
And
5.
step number 3 is set L equals to 1 and repeat following steps while L equals to R. So our first, what was the first step? What is the first step? The first step is set K equals to 1 and max equals to S minus R plus 1. So here our first subscript is W1 when K equals to 1, and the last subscript is K equals to 5 because maximum equals to S minus R plus 1. So we have total 5 substrings, right? And what is the next step? Now we have to take each of these substrings. The first substring is A, B, A, B. Okay, and now we have to compare all the characters of the substrings with all the characters of the pattern. This is our first substring W1, and the pattern is AA, BA. What is step number 3? Step number 3 is repeat for L equals to 1 to R. That means now we have to use the inner loop where the loop variable is L, and the value of L will be 1 to R. The value of L will be 1 to 4 because here R equals to 4. What is step number 3? Repeat for L equals to 1 to R. Okay, that means in this inner loop we'll use a variable L, and the value of L will be 1 to the value of the length of pattern. Here R equals to 4. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
And then the next step is if PL, not equals to, it's not equals to, if PL not equals to T K plus L minus 1, or it will be better if I just write the algorithm in the left side, right? So let me just write the whole algorithm in the left side, then I'll explain it. Is that okay? Good to you?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Just let me write the whole algorithm in the left side, then I'll start explaining it. So this is the algorithm of first pattern matching algorithm, and step number 1, set K equals to 1 and maximum equals to S minus R plus 1. S minus, or here actually all the variables are in uppercase later. So S minus R plus 1. And step number 2, repeat steps 3 to 5 while, what is the condition? While K less than equals to maximum. Okay, so that is step number 2. And step number 3 is repeat for L equals to 1 to R. Okay. And
Yes,
if, what is the condition? If PL not equals to T K plus L minus 1, then go to step number 5. Okay, and step number 4, set index equals to K and exit. Then 5, set K equals to K plus 1. Okay, and number 6, index equals to 0, and then exit. So this is our first pattern matching algorithm. Okay, so the text is T equals to A, B, A, B, A, A, B, A, right? And what about the pattern? P equals to A, A, B, A. Okay, so here the length of T is 8, so S equals to 8. And what about R? R equals to 4,
4.
right? So here, how many substrings will get total?
5.
5 substrings, right? And here we'll denote each substring by WK, and the value of the subscript K is from 1 to maximum, and maximum equals to S minus R plus 1. Okay, so now we can write all the subscripts here. So the first subscript W1 equals to AB, and the second subscript W2 equals to BA, and third subscript W3 equals to AB, and the fourth subscript, that is W4, equals to BA, and last one, subscript 5 equals to AA, right? So these are the 5 subscripts that we got. Okay. Now step number 3, repeat for L equals to 1 to R if P of L not equals to T of K plus L minus 1, that is go to step 1, that is increase the index value, right? So what do we have to do now? After creating all those subscripts, what is the next step? Now we have to take, suppose when K equals to 1, we can take the first subscript, that is AB, and we have to test all the characters of pattern with each of the characters of this substring, right? So what is the pattern value? Pattern is AA, BA. And here this L, this variable denotes to the characters of the pattern. That is, from when L equals to 1, this is the first character, we have to test it with the first character of pattern, substring W1. Here P of L, when L equals to 1, P of 1 equals to, what is the character? A, right?
A. Yes,
for that character, we got a similar one. When L equals to 1, we can see that P of L equals to T of
1.
K plus L minus 1. When L equals to, look at this step, P of L not equals to T of K plus L minus 1. What is the value of L? The value of L is 1. So when P of N equals to A, what is the value of T of K plus L minus 1? What is the value of K? We are testing the characters for which substring? For the first substring, that is K equals to 1, right? And what is the value of L? L equals to 1 and minus 1. So T of 2 minus 1, that is, we have to test the first character of pattern with the first character of text, right? And here A equals to A. So after that, now we can increase the value of L. When L equals to 2, again we have to do the same thing, just test it with the second character of text. So now A is not equals to B. That means we cannot find all the characters of the pattern in which substring, in our first substring. So what is the next step we can do? We have to go to step number 5, that is increase the value of K. We can move on to the next substring. Now we'll test all the characters of P in which substring? In substring 2. I'm repeating this process, okay? Step number 3, repeat for L equals to 1 to R if P of L not equals to T of K plus L minus 1, then go to step 5. So why you are using this variable L? Why we are using this variable L? For testing all the characters of the pattern with all the characters of the substring, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Our first substring, when K equals to 1, we will take the first substring W1, that is AB. Okay, in this substring W1, we have 4 characters, right? And in pattern, there is also 4 characters. So we have to use the inner loop where we'll use the variable L. Okay, and the value of L will be start from 1 to R, that is 4. The value of R is 4, right? That means we have to test all the characters of pattern with the characters of substring. When L equals to 1, when L equals, look at this, the condition is if P of L not equals to T of K plus L minus 1. When P of L is, what is the value of P of L? A, right?
Yes, ma'am.
The pattern is A, B, A. When L equals to 1, that means we are testing the first character of the pattern. So when P of 1 equals to A, and what is the value of T of K plus L minus 1? T of K plus L minus 1. What is the value of K? 1. L equals to 1. So 1 plus 1, that is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. That means we are looking for which character? The character which is in this position 1, right? And T of 1 equals to A. So now P of 1 equals to A and T of 1 equals to A, which is a
Matching.
match, right? So
Yes,
after
ma'am.
that, now we can increase the value of L. What is the new value of L? 2,
2.
right? And P of 2 equals to A. So we can test the second character of the pattern with the second character of the text. So what is the second character of text? B. So now P of L is not equals to P of K plus L minus 1. When P of L is not equals to T of K plus L minus 1, at that time go to step 5. That means now we'll test the pattern with the second substring. Now we can increase the value of K. So K equals to 1 plus 1, that is 2. When K equals to 2, now we'll test the characters of pattern with the second substring, right? Now the second substring W2 equals to BA. This is our second substring.
Substring.
So in this substring, we'll do the same thing, right? We have to test all the characters of this pattern with the characters of substring 2. So here, when L equals to 1, P of 1 equals to A, right? And what about T of K plus L minus 1? The first character of WT is B. So P of L, that is A, is not equals to T of K plus L minus 1. When P of L not equals to T of K plus L minus 1, then you can go to step 5, that is K equals to K plus 1, right? So now
ma'am.
we'll check the pattern in which substring? In substring W3, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is W3 and the characters are A, B, A. Okay? So when L equals to 1, that is P of 1 equals to A, this is our pattern A, B, A. When L equals to 1, P of L equals to T of K plus L minus 1. The first two characters are same, right? Now we will test the second character of the pattern, which is A, and in text the pattern is not A. At that time, now again we'll test the characters of P with which substring? With the characters of substring 4.
W4.
Right? So in W4, the data or the characters are BAAB and our pattern is AABA, right? So what will happen?
Yes, ma'am.
When we are testing the characters of pattern with the characters of substring 4, what will happen? How many comparisons we have to make here? Only one comparison. In our first comparison, we can see that P of L not equals to T of K plus L minus 1. The first two characters are not same, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now after that, again, step number 5. So what is the new value of K? W5.
W5.
Okay, and W5 is AABA. And what about our pattern? Pattern is AABA. Now the inner loop, it will test all the characters of pattern with W5. The first character is A. So P of L equals to T of K plus L minus 1 when L equals to 1. Now it will test the second character. Still, the second characters are same, so it will test the third characters. Third characters are also same. Then it will test the fourth character. When all the characters are similar, that means now it will provide us the index result. Look at this. When P of L equals to T of K plus L minus 1, set index equals to K and exit. So for which value of K we got our result? We got the matched
5.
substring 5, right? So now it will provide us the index, that is 5. Index equals to 5.
5.
So that is first pattern matching algorithm. The first pattern matching, this is called slow pattern matching algorithm because we have to test or we have to check all the substrings, isn't it? We have to test all the substrings for the given pattern. That's why it's called slow pattern matching algorithm. So at first we have to create some substrings, right? And how many substrings you can create, it depends on x and r, the length of t and length of p. That is the first step. And then now you have to test all the characters of pattern with the characters of substrings. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So we don't have any question in first pattern matching algorithm.
No, ma'am.
No question. Very good. So can you tell me what can be the, what should be the complexity of this first pattern matching algorithm? What is time complexity? Time complexity is a function, right? What is time complexity? How much time this algorithm will take?
Yes, ma'am.
So for calculating time complexity, we need to know how many operations that algorithm needs to perform. And again, another thing is we have to know what is the input size. Isn't it? So from this first pattern matching algorithm, how we can calculate the, time complexity. When a pattern and text is given, the algorithm needs to test all the substrings with the given pattern, right? And how it is actually checking the characters between substrings and pattern. It's just comparing the corresponding characters, right? When we are taking a substring that is W1, these algorithms are actually comparing each corresponding characters. That means we need to know the number of comparisons, how many times the algorithm needs to compare the corresponding characters within each substring.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? So I'm just writing it here again. Our text is A, B, A, B, A, B, A. That is the text. And what about the pattern? A, B, A. Sorry. And I'm just writing all the substrings here. W1 equals to A, B, A, B. W2 equals to B, A, B, A. And what about W3? A, B, A, A. And W4 equals to B, A, A, B. And W5 equals to
A, A, B, A.
A, A, B, A. Okay. So what we have to find, we have to find out the number of comparisons and we will denote it by C. We have to find out the number of comparisons. So when we are testing the characters of pattern with the first substring, the first substring is AB, okay? And the pattern is AABA. So how many times the algorithm needs to compare the characters?
2 times.
For this, one time.
One time. And
Yes,
who said
ma'am.
2 times?
Madam, me.
Yeah, that's correct.
2 times. You
Yeah.
have to compare as well.
We have to compare 2 times here
Yes,
because
ma'am.
in our
Got it.
first comparison we'll get a matching result A and A. There the data is similar. After that we need to perform another comparison operation for comparing the second characters. That means when we are comparing the characters of pattern with the characters of first substring, we need to perform 2 comparisons. What about the second substring? In second substring, the content is BABA and the pattern is AABA.
1 time.
How many times we have to compare? 1 time,
Yes,
because in
ma'am.
our first comparison we get a dissimilar result. That's why the number of comparison will be 1. And in third substring, that is ABAA, and the pattern is AABA. So the first character in first comparison will get a positive result, that is they're similar, right? That means we will make another comparison where the characters are not same. So we needed how many comparisons here? 2 comparisons.
2 comparison.
Okay. And what about W4? In W4 it's BAAB. Okay, and the pattern is AABA. So how many times the algorithm will compare the characters?
1 time.
Only 1 time. Because in the first, at the time of first comparison, it will get a negative result. So it will compare only once. Then in 5 substring, it's AABA. How many times it will compare?
4 times.
4
4
times.
times. 4 times. So the number of comparison is 4. Now we have to add all those comparisons. So 2 plus 1, that is 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 6, 10.
C equals to
For
10.
finding it out whether the given pattern appears in the text or not, we need to perform how many comparisons? Total 10 comparisons. Still, this is not our complexity. We need to perform 10 comparisons. Now, we have to represent the time complexity in big O notation. So what should be the, or can you just relate the comparisons with number of inputs? Here, how many inputs we needed? The length of text is 8, that is S equals to 8, and the length of pattern is 4. That means in this algorithm, we have to use how many data? We have to store total n equals to 8 plus 4, that is S plus R number of data we have to store.
Madam, n of
Is
n,
always a function of n, order of n.
order of n. Yeah, time complexity of this function.
Order of n. That
Yes.
means
Number of
time
input, number
complexity
of task.
proportional to number
Yes,
of
ma'am.
input. What do you think? What about
Madam,
the others? Is that correct?
input proportional to steps. N by n.
It's not correct. It's not n. The correct result is order of n square. So can anyone just explain it? Why the time complexity is order of n square? Why it's order of n square? So it's your task. You have to find it out why the time complexity is order of n square, because you know how to calculate time complexity. Okay, so just try to find it out why the time complexity is order of n square.
Madam, maybe their numbers are squareable. That's why, because 8 is squareable.
It's not actually proper explanation, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So you have to find it out. You have to
Yeah.
think about it why the time complexity is order of n square. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, if the first
Okay.
pattern matching algorithm is clear to you, so can we start the second one? The second pattern matching algorithm, which is also called fast pattern matching algorithm. Why it's first? Why it is called first pattern matching algorithm? Because it takes less amount of time than the first one. Okay. So now the second pattern matching algorithm. So the difference between first pattern matching and second pattern matching algorithm is, in first pattern matching algorithm, we need to know about the text, right? If we have a text and if we have a pattern, then we can use first pattern matching algorithm to find out whether the pattern belongs to the string or not. But what about second pattern matching algorithm? In this algorithm, we don't need to know what is the value of or what is the length of text. We just need to know what is the pattern, and from that pattern, we have to create a table. In second pattern matching algorithm, we just need to know what is the length of pattern and how many or which characters appear. Okay. From that pattern, we can create a table, and it doesn't matter which text we are using. For all the text, for any characters, it will always provide the same result. In second pattern matching algorithm, if the pattern is given, we can create a table. Okay. And from that table, we can use any text. We can use any text for testing whether this pattern belongs to the text or not. So suppose a pattern P is given, P equals to AABA. Okay, and we don't know what is the content of text. So what is the length of pattern? The
4.
length is 4, right? So for this 4 length pattern, we can create a table. So at first we have to create some substring of the pattern. Its length is 4. That means we can create how many substrings?
5.
5. Why 5 substring?
Null. Oh, yeah.
Very good.
Null
Yes,
1.
very good. Initially, we have to assume that initially the pattern was empty. That means the initial state will assign a label number, that is Q0. Q0 is the initial state of the pattern. That is the first substring of the pattern where the value will be null, and will represent it by lambda. Initially, the first substring of the pattern is lambda. That is, this is a
Lambda.
yeah.
Madam, can I write null instead of lambda?
How you can write null? You cannot just put a 0 here. We usually represent
Capital
null
L.
as lambda. This is a Greek letter, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So now the first substring will be stored here. We'll denote the first substring as state 1, state Q1. Okay? So the first substring of the pattern is, if we only take the first character, then Q1 equals to A. This is the first substring of the pattern, or this is state Q1. Okay? And what about Q2? What about the second state of the pattern?
AA.
The second substring A. Very good. And what about the third one?
AAB.
AAB. We are just creating some substring of the pattern. Okay? So you can assume that the initial state is when the pattern was empty. There is no characters here, so we can denote it by lambda. And the first substring will be denoted by Q1. The first state equals to A, and then the second substring Q3 equals to AA, and Q3 is AAB. Okay, and the last one, Q4 equals to AABA, or actually it's our pattern, right? So AABA equals to pattern. Okay, so now we have to create a table. Suppose a text, we have a text, and the characters of the text can be A, B, or CD, or any other value can be here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So we just have to take all the states here, that is Q0, or Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. That means we are preparing a table where the row denotes to the states or substring of the pattern, and here we can assume that the first character or the character of the text can be A, or the characters of the string can be B, or the characters of the string can be any value rather than A and B. In this pattern, we have only two types of character. One is A and another is B. Okay? And when a pattern is given, in that pattern, there can be any character that is A or B for C, D, E, F. Okay, so this X is used for denoting all the characters which is not A and B. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is our pattern A, B, A, and we have the value of all these states. So now we can assume that if it is our text and if the first character of the text is A, then what will happen? This is second pattern matching algorithm, and why we use pattern matching algorithm? Just to check whether the given pattern is a part of the text or not, whether the given pattern belongs to that text or not. And in this pattern, we have only two types of character, that is A and B. And we can create the table for three types of characters. One is A, another is B, and another is all the other characters except A and B. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
And now, suppose this is our text, and if we assume the first character of this text as A, then what will happen?
Q2. It will match, madam.
This is the this is state Q1, which has a value A. Now, if we are adding another character A, then what will happen? Look at this. This is the first state Q1, which has the value A. And now, if we are adding another character which is A, then what will happen?
Q2, madam. It will go to the next
It will go to the next state.
index. Yeah.
Our current state is Q1, which has the value A. And now, if the character of string is A, that means you are taking which characters? A, right?
Okay.
So at
Yes,
that
ma'am.
time, now this table will move on to its,
Second one.
second state, that is Q2. Because in Q2, the value is A, right? So when the state Q1, and if we got our text, that means now the table will move on to its next state, that is Q2. So here we can write Q2, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
But each of these state can have two types of value, because the pattern has how many types of characters? Two characters. That means each of these state can accept how many types of character? Two types of. One is A, another is B. So when the state Q1 accepts a character which is also A, now it will move on to its next state, that is Q2. But what will happen if it accepts B from a text? In Q1, it has character A, and now the new character is B. So what will happen?
Madam, does it? It shouldn't start. It should start from Q2. Don't you
Just think
madam?
about the first pattern matching algorithm. What we have done there, in first pattern matching algorithm, we had some substrings, right? And then we compared each character of the pattern with each character of the substring, isn't it?
Yes,
And
ma'am.
what about second pattern matching algorithm? Here we don't need to have any text. We don't need to have any text. We have the pattern, and from this pattern we can create a table. At first we have to create some substring by taking the characters, right? Initially, if we assume that initially the pattern was empty, we can denote it as a state Q0. That is the first state, right? And the second state is Q1, where we can take the first character of the pattern. That is the first substring of the pattern. Okay, and this is the second substring where we can take two characters A and A. And in third substring, we have three characters A, B, and this is the last substring. So that is our pattern. Okay, and what we are actually trying to do here, when a text is given, okay, that text can be A, B, A, or it can have any other value. We don't need to actually know it. We just have to find out how many characters we have in the pattern. Two types of character A, B, right? That means in the given text, it can have the character A, B, or it can have any other characters except A, B. So we need to prepare a table where we can add how many characters? three types of characters. One is A, another is B, and another is any other characters except A and B. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, in the first pattern matching algorithm, suppose this is a substring that is AABA, and the pattern was, sorry, the substring is ABAA, and the pattern is AABA. So how the algorithm compared the characters of these two strings? At first, it compared the first characters and then the second characters, right?
Yes, ma'am.
So now in second pattern matching algorithm, suppose we don't know what is our text, but we can only assume this is our pattern. This is our pattern, and we already divided the pattern into some substring. Suppose our first substring is Q1, where we have only one character, that is A, right? And when we can move on to the next state, when we will receive a character similar to the second character of pattern. When we can move on to the next state Q2, if the first state Q1 accepts a character A, then we can move on to the next state, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
And what will happen if it receives another character which is B, which is not A? So at that time, now the state will be in its own state, right? If the next character is B, at that time the state will not be changed. That means if Q1 receives a character B, at that time still it will be in state Q1. Isn't it? Hello?
But how it gonna pass, madam, if it stays same?
When it can, yes, when we can find a matching result. When we are
Yes,
putting
ma'am.
the value similar to the pattern AABA, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
Why we are preparing this table? We only have the pattern and we don't know what is the content of the text. We don't know what is the first character of that text. We can only assume. And this table will work in the same way for all the texts. Right? So the pattern is AABA. Okay, and we already created some substrings here. So what we have to do? For each of this state, we just have to use two types of or three types of character. One is A, another is B, and another is X. So what will happen if the first state or Q1 accepts the character A? The value of Q1 is A, right? And the second state is Q2. That means this table can move on to its next state only if it receives a character A. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
So what will happen if it receives B?
It will
At that
move.
time, it will not move forward. It's still in its own state, that is in Q1. Right? Hello?
Yes, ma'am. Q1.
Still, I mean, still you have the confusion why it's Q1.
Yes, madam. Why it's there?
So what do you think? What should be the value? Q0.
No, Q0 not there. Q2 should be there. Q2.
How? I'm just writing it again. Just look at some starting from the beginning. This is second pattern matching algorithm, right? And we have the pattern P equals to AABA. And what is the purpose of having these pattern matching algorithms? It will test whether the pattern appears in the given text or not, right? But in this second pattern matching algorithm, we don't have the text. We only have the pattern. So from this pattern, we can create a table and also a graph. Okay? So at first, we will create some substring. The first substring is Q0, right? This is the initial state where there is no character. So this is actually
Lambda.
or the first substring is an empty substring. There is no characters, right? What about the second substring? We can create the second substring by taking the first character of the pattern, that is A. Okay? And the second substring Q2, if we take first two characters, that is AA, that is our second substring. What about Q3? Just take first three characters AAB. This is the third substring. And the last one, Q4. Just take all the characters, all these four characters, AABA, and this is actually our pattern. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now we can prepare the pattern table. Pattern table. So we have total how many states? 5 states. Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, and the last one is Q4. Do we need to take it here, Q4? We don't need to take Q4 because this is our destination. This is our destination, okay? And now look at the pattern. In this pattern, we have two types of character. One is A and another is B, okay? So why you are preparing this table? Because whenever we will receive a text, at that time we have to test all the characters of pattern with the text, isn't it? So
Yes, ma'am.
how many types of characters it can have? It can have the character A, B, and any other character, that is C, D, E, F, or some digits or some special characters which will be denoted as X. In this pattern, we have two types of value, A and B, two types of character. So we can assume that the text can have three types of character. One is A, another is B, and the third character can be any character, C, D, E, F, or any other characters which is not A and B. So now we'll prepare the table for three types of value. One is A, another is B, and another is X. Is that clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, or I can draw the graph also, so it will be more clear to you. This is our pattern graph, okay, and we have total 5 states: Q0, Q1, then Q2, Q3, and Q4. And each of this state can accept how many value? Each of this state, Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, they can step 2 value, that is A and B. So what will happen to each of these states when it will receive A, and what will happen when it will receive B? The value of Q0 is lambda, and the value of Q1 is A, the value of Q2 is AA, the value of Q3 is AAB, and for Q4 it's AABA or pattern. Okay? So look at the
Yeah.
table now. Now we can fill up all the cells here. When the initial state Q0, that is lambda, okay, when it will accept A, then what will happen? This table is actually a function, right? This table is actually a function of all the characters of pattern and all the characters of text. We can denote it as a function of the characters or patterns UI, all the characters of pattern, and another is T. T means the character of text. Okay, so here when I equals to 0, that means when you are taking the first state Q0, what is the value? It's a null substring, the value is lambda, right? And if this state Q0 accept a character A from the text, that is A, then what will happen?
Lambda A.
Lambda A. The value is lambda A, right?
Lambda comma A, madam. Both
From-
are storing there.
Yeah. So if it takes A, then in which direction it will? This is the first state Q0, and now if this state receives A, okay, what will be its value? we can negotiate this
A.
lambda here. Initially, that substring was empty. Now we have a character A, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
that means now it will move on to the next state, that is Q1. If Q0, if the initial state accepts a character A, then it will move on to its next state, that is Q1. Is that clear?
Okay. Clear, madam.
Okay. Now I already told you each state can accept two types of value. Another value is B. So what will happen if it accepts B? When Q0 accepts A, at that time it goes to its next step, right? So what
Next
will
step.
happen if it receives B?
It will also go to the next step.
Why?
But it needs
The
to be A,
pattern
madam, to go
A,
there.
B, A, it will, the state Q0 only move on to its next state if it receives A,
A.
because Q2 equals to A. What I'm saying, because Q1 equals to A. So when state Q0 will accept character B, then what will happen?
Nowhere it will go.
We have, look at the substrings here. Is there any substring which has the character B? Is there any substring which has the character B? No.
No, ma'am.
That means the state will not be changed. If Q0 receives a character B, at that time it will remain in its current state.
Yes, ma'am. Now
Right?
understand. Yeah.
Is that clear? Now
Now
we are
it's
in
clear.
which state? We are in state number Q1.
Q1.
And the value of Q1 is A. So when Q1 will accept A, what will happen?
Then it will move to Q2.
A, right? Now after receiving a character A, then value will be A, and it's a value of substring Q2. So when Q1 will accept A, it will move on to its next state, that is Q2. After receiving this character A, now
Yes, ma'am.
let's move on to state Q2. So here we can write Q2. So what about
B.
B?
Oh.
Now initially Q1 have the character
Next
A.
step. Go.
Look at this. Initially Q1 has the character A and it has received the character B. So what will happen? A,
Madam,
B.
stop
We
there.
don't
Oh.
have any state.
We don't
have
have.
any substring like AB. Isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
We
No.
have any. That means it will go to which state? Q0. It will go to the state Q0.
Hmm.
5:28. So I think we can discuss these things in our next class. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in the next class
Madam,
we'll discuss. Yeah.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, Tanvir.
Madam, when you put B, then we move one step toward, and now when
Okay. So
when
look
here
at
is
this.
written A, B,
Look at
you are
this.
moving
If we are
backward.
using two different type of value, that is A and B.
Yeah.
We have two different types of value, right? A and
B.
B. Okay. So we don't have any substring where the data is A, B. And if we cannot ignore this character because this is a character
Different.
that we took from the text,
Yes, ma'am.
isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
So we'll discuss these things again in our next class. So please respond.